Okay, everybody. Today is Thursday, March 5th. What's going on, everybody? How you doing, KPro?
Today has been a good day, but today's an interesting day because we're going into this little discussion. Hold on, I got to click here and do this. And okay, so it's been a good day, but I'll talk about that at the end because we're going to get right into content. And guess what? I forgot to put on the thumbnail.
What
hunt we're talking about.
I know. It's actually, we're not talking about the word search tonight, everybody.
Yeah, actually we are. I have just
but that's not the PowerPoint I made. It wasn't about the word search.
Anyway. Right. So today was a good day. I'll tell you guys why later. So here is what we have. Mike has decided he's going to be a treasure hunter, and he has made his first PowerPoint. Now that is going to be on, if you're involved in TTI, the Forrest Fenn box. Yeah. And then I do just have a little something on the past and future box. Just wanted to throw it out for some ideas.
Can't let it go.
People like, I can't let it go because you'll see Mr. Beacon Star. Do you remember Middle of the Night? So anyway, so I gave Mike the challenge, a week ago. I said, if you're going to do this, then you need to make your own PowerPoint. And he did. So here's what we do. You have anything to say before we get started and we say what's going on?
At the end of this, I'll tell everybody who my partner is, but it's a secret. So I'm only going to give you the initials, but we'll do that at the end.
Okay. Well, so here's the deal. I think there's been some drama or some differing opinions, really since Golden Greed came out. Right. And okay, so here's what we did. Mike and I work separately. He did his thing. I did my thing. And we're going to present two PowerPoints on the same topic. Mm-hmm. And I am going to present mine first with all my narrative. And then I'm going to let him present his with all his narrative and discussion. I haven't even looked into his. Mm-hmm. And because it's him and whatever. And so then we're going to let you guys vote. Which one was better?
Which one was better? Okay. Which one was presented in a better way? All right. Okay. So I like how she called me a traitor, everybody. Isn't that interesting? All right. We're just going to jump right into it then?
Yeah, I have some more to say of why I would say that. But we'll get to that. Well, no, we'll get to that later. Don't you know what? I'm supposed to at least get first right of refusal, don't you think?
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, anyway, we could say a couple things. All right. So this is the Cowlazars betrays KPro with his new partner and their first PowerPoint, which is true, except for the betray part. But anyway, she didn't know I was going to do it. I just sent it to her and she's like, what? So I said, yeah, it's just not that hard, is it, to make a PowerPoint?
Yeah, I've called you a lot worse, Mike. That's what Tommy Trojan says.
Uh-huh. I still haven't seen this show, The Traitors. I guess I should check it out.
It's a cool show. I like it.
All right.
It's all about it's reality based. So
cow points.
Okay, so let's jump into content. We're going to talk, I think, past and future first, get it out of the way, and then we're going to dive into Forrest Fenn TTI. If you've been a Forrest Fenner, you know what? I asked my daughter. I said, "Who do you think's going to win?" And she said, "Well, you have people like 3D Bronze that's going to vote for Mike no matter what, just because it's pro." And look, he already said Mike's is better.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to do the poll at the end. Not now. You haven't seen it yet.
They know who started this whole thing. All right.
Okay, I did get something out of, I call them up, unofficial podcast, TTI. They had something really cool I want to show you. And then I didn't put we need to put a link if there's a mod in chat. And then I want to talk tiny little bit on past and future. And then Mike's betrayal we will end with. Now, do you watch unofficial podcast?
Sometimes. I haven't seen this. So this is new to me. Because once again, I work, everybody. Go ahead. What? I'm at work when they
Of all days, you're saying that. Of all days.
You guys understand at the end.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, I'm at work is what I'm saying. And then when I get home, like I take a nap because I'm tired. Go ahead.
So one of the reasons that so don't you find it strange that John won't give us regions and John won't tell us what boxes in what area?
Yeah, that video that had the regions should have been how he came out with things, in my opinion, from the beginning. But he says it's not, and he won't. So yeah, that is weird. Why won't he? Hey, there's Mr. Chad Bird.
Well, and I think it's Brent. Oh, hello, Chad Bird. Thank you, Chad Bird.
There was a PowerPoint to be had. I may have to do a PowerPoint on Chad Bird's website, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Thanks, Chad.
So the idea was Bryn, who's obviously the smartest of the group. She's the woman. And she's just smart in general. She was saying, well, what if there was a commonality to the boxes? There's like a theme. And that's the reason, like, because once you figure out the theme, then you could figure out where all the boxes are. And no, this one might've been Cody. I don't remember who. But this is the continental divide, and see how there is lots of continental divides in the US. Mm-hmm. So they thought maybe it was on, like, here's the regions. They called this one horseshoes and hand grenades. I don't know if it is, because look at where the boxes kind of come through. You have the red one going straight through the Rockies. You have the left one that we know is Bath and Future. Then we have at the very bottom right orange one, we have the Pokemon box. And then we have up near Vermont, the purple, and then right in the middle, it leaves the whole thing to be in the middle of lion share.
Pokemon's through Texas and Louisiana, right? I mean, a lot of people think. I don't
know where it started. No, I thought it started in New Orleans. So it's Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana.
But I'm saying there's not really a line through that. But I guess I get the idea. Did they say why they had this idea? Like, is there anything in the book?
They were just trying to come up with themes, and that's why they didn't spend much time on it, because it didn't make sense. But I like this idea of maybe there's a theme. There has to be a reason that he's not telling us regions. So I like this idea. It might not be continental divide, but what else could it be? Like, what is the theme? Let's say it's in the tallest mountain in each of the states or each of the regions. He wouldn't want to tell people that, right? So that might be a reason that this was just, I think it was interesting. Yeah, Diane's smart. Been watching them from day one. I think they're the most, out of the new tubers, they've been around the longest. They do a show every single week. Every week, no matter what. Sometimes they're sick, come hell or high water. So there you go. Are you okay? What happened? Is your PowerPoint wrong? Once Mike says no, we throw it out. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Just gearing up some stuff for later.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's an interesting idea, but I don't think it works because down here in the South, there's nothing here.
Yeah, but I like the theory, and that's why they threw it out. So it's okay. Yeah. But I like this idea. What could it be? A tallest mountain, most historic, whatever. I don't know. I think there's a theme here. There's a theme here, Mike.
How he picked his states or where yeah, I get it. But I like how KPro builds an argument that women are smarter than men, but uses an example of something she is misremembering. It was
just said I thought it was Cody. I don't need to know the little things. 3D Bronze, are you single? You probably are talking like that. Mike can't agree. He loses either way.
My biggest problem with AR Pokemon is there is no jazz in AR. Just thoughts. What do you mean by AR?
Arkansas.
My biggest problem with AR with Pokemon is there is no jazz in AR. There's no jazz. I don't know. Not sure what you meant on that one.
Yeah, I haven't deep dove into that. I feel like that one's like on the cusp of being found. So
we'll see.
Okay, I threw this one, and I don't think many people liked it. So I'm going to bring it to all of you, and then you guys can throw it out and make fun of it like 3D Bronze does. And hey, where's that Aliens versus? Is it this year or next year?
Thumbs up, thumbs up, everybody. Because KPro actually had to get on her bike and film this in the past and future. So. And then you run into a stop sign because you're looking down at the ground. All right. Thumbs up for videos and PowerPoints, everybody. Now, my PowerPoint doesn't have a video. I'll give KPro that much. I haven't graduated to that level yet.
I agree. Yes.
All right.
Like they'll be found quicker because we'll figure it out. Yep. Okay.
I'm getting seasick. All right. Here we go.
You get to the next slide. Okay. So this is just a quick one. You guys, everybody sees that coin and we had quarter. Well, if you go down diagonal, cast coin, Mike.
Uncharted collectibles, obviously.
No, the coin from TTI. Remember, there's a cast coin.
Cast coin. Okay.
And it's just west. And you're going to need to quarter it up. So let's go to the next slide. Tell me.
It makes a weird kind of sense. So you're saying this is the coin that was cast by Mr. Seth Gould.
Yep. And now we need to cut it in a quarter. So go to the next slide.
And you're saying the box is to the west, so it's over here somewhere. The west of
the next slide. I can't see your. Okay, so now we have to quarter it. That's how we quarter it, right? Right.
I guess. Okay.
That's in quarters now because there's 4 quarters in a hole. Yeah. Now, if you take my slide from last week, see why it becomes important. Now go to the next slide.
Okay, we know it's in Reno. Okay, wait. Oh, but that's not west, though. That would be Oh no, it is west. I'm a little confused today.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you like the man 3D brawn? And then you
that's
say
more northwest. Does the word search say northwest in it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So northwest quadrant, or you're saying quarter, but quadrant of that. Yeah, okay.
That's all I got. And
I
we know
see.
that
No. See, actually, I didn't realize you were on this side of the lake. I thought you were over here this whole time, because when you just show this, there's no like, I didn't realize this was Lake Tahoe. All right, I'm a little behind, but that's okay. I get it now.
You can see how much Mike's been working on this with me. I've put in 10,000 hours. So, okay. So what do you guys think? I'm
probably going to be the one to find it off of my one PowerPoint right here. Oh, wait, the PowerPoint's not about this word search. It's about. All right.
Dear Lord. Okay, so now.
That's coin, quarter, just west, and the 39,120 is here, right? Is the circle?
Yes.
You're right. Okay, that's kind of interesting, but I mean, is John really a super genius to put all this in that damn word search? Or
you have to be a genius to figure it out. He has said that again and again.
Can all these be coincidences that are in this word search? I mean, it's crazy, the amount of stuff. Okay, so today we're going to try something different, everybody. We're going to get off of the word search, and we're going to talk about the Forrest Fenn box, because everybody wants that pickle jar, right? They want to know what's in it. So if I found it, I
didn't know why. That's a part of my presentation.
Say it again.
The whole pickle reference, that's a part of my presentation. Keep going.
I'd probably put it on eBay if I found it. I wouldn't open it. I'd put it on eBay. All right. Okay. All right. KPro's amazing PowerPoint and Cowlazars for what's going on here? What's this guy doing?
He's barfing. I think you probably know who that is. I don't know who that is, but he was barfing.
You don't know who that is?
No, he's on a cartoon.
Yeah, all right.
But I guess it's very adult oriented. Okay.
Do they link?
So we do this thing called Discord voice chat. And I just threw out, I said, isn't there a way that we can take, because John has said the Forrest Fenn's treasure was put in where he thought the treasure actually was. So we should be able to compare the two, because if he says where warm water's halt and John says cold water, we know there's both cold and warm, and we might be able to pick apart some extra clues that way. Right, Mike? Right?
Yeah. He obviously modeled his poem after Forrest Fenn, so it is worth looking at the two poems side by side to see the differences or the similarities. Yeah, I agree with that.
So that is our topic. So each of us, when Mike, cheated and he went with a different, he built his PowerPoint, I built my PowerPoint. We went with the premise of do these link. Okay.
All right. Okay. Okay. KPro's Oh, you're the queen. Are you the PowerPoint queen? Is that what this is?
Okay. I got to come in confident, because that's the only way I have a chance of winning. Because people like you more. They're going to vote for you just because they like you. I have to really
it's true. The queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard, but how do you win the game, KPro? You got to get to the king right here.
You have to kill the king. So that's what you want us to do?
That's right.
Okay.
In PowerPoint land. Okay, here we go. So there's a bunch of red lines. We don't know what they mean. And let's see. First clue, loop. What does loop mean?
Okay, so let me drive this ship.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so many of you didn't know. See, TC Wolf says he likes me. There's a time you didn't, and now we're okay. So that's good. Okay, so a lot of people.
TC Wolf, she thinks she's going to get it as soon as the snow melts. So yes, we're going on to
that's the other box. That's the other box.
The Reno box. Yeah.
Mike, once you actually work on a treasure hunt for a while, that's usually what happens.
Okay. Yeah. No, the ones I work on, the creator yanks them and doesn't give out a solution.
Yeah, you've made bad choices of who you think are good hunts. Yeah.
All right. I have a timer. Go.
Well, then shush it. What do you do? I'm doing the cake. Okay, so the first thing is so we know these. Okay, go back one slide, please.
Oh, was that allowed? Okay.
2 slides, please. So we have 6 stanzas, 2 poems that both have 6 stanzas. So I'm going to do a couple at a time, because I don't need all the different slides Mike has. Okay, go advance 2.
So what did that mean? All right, go ahead.
Okay. So in Forrest's poem, the first was an indicator, kind of just generically, of it's a place that he'd gone alone. But over on John's, which is on the left, he says where I searched for heavy loads. So I am thinking, since he's beginning where he parks at heavy loads, he's doing some sort of a loop back, which a lot of people thought there was a loop back or a fold over or whatever. So if you...
Okay. Yes. I guess I see what you're saying. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that wasn't in yours at all. So then you get to the... So if you were in the Forrest Fenn hunt, and even you got this, Mike, the first clue was WWWH. So we have on, which we knew, begin it where warm waters halt. And with John, begin it where cool water flows. Now, I don't think your presentation picks this up. Forrest says waters because it was a bringing two different...
plural, right.
Right, because it was bringing two different rivers together. If you have noticed, there is a water, but it flows. So I think this is going to be, it's not going to be a hot spring. It's not going to be truly hot to the touch. It's actually going to be cool, and it's only going to be one, like river, creek, whatever it is.
Well, the issue, and I understand what you're saying, but just talking about JCB's poem, the issue is every single water source is cool in the Rocky Mountains, except for the one that Forrest picked in Yellowstone has the geysers. But it doesn't, there's no...
But wait.
Okay.
Can't you say, where is water cool and it's flowing, where it's also warm water that's halting? It has to be both, because back in John's day, he interpreted cool waters flow, or cool water flows, by the hint where warm waters halt, right?
See, that's one way to take it. Or you could say John parked where he thought heavy loads was, and he's skipping all those clues in Forrest Fenn's poem.
Well, wait, let's wait for your presentation, because I'm sure you're going to go in depth into all of it.
I'm just telling you that it's another option of it doesn't have to be clue for clue, but it is interesting. Go ahead.
Well, no, in my presentation, it might be. I'm not saying all of them are that way, but hey, this is my presentation. Usually it's ours. Your counterpoint can be after the state rests. Okay.
Jane, you ignorant slut. Anybody?
What?
Anybody know what that's from? Point, counterpoint. Somebody will know what it's from. Go ahead. Wasn't directed at you, KPro.
I only heard the end of that. I didn't hear you say Jane. Okay.
Stop. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So once was, a place where once was brown. Well, we know brown was a fish to Forrest, but I'm thinking obviously he says a place. So I think this is something that's either been renamed or named after a person that passed away, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm just going to talk on my PowerPoint. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to pretend we're still on the same YouTube, even though you have gone astray. Okay. So the next is, I know your partner probably didn't pick this up, but there's a semicolon. That was where the twist was in Forrest's poem. That is where you had to turn back right after you got to Home of Brown. So I think that is important. It's not even on John's. He still has one semicolon, and it's on the next page, which I'll get there in a second. And then, of course, it stands out. Tree and seeing eye, where water's high, what's seeing eye? Can you put these two together? Can you put these two together?
Seeing eye. Okay.
How can it be both? But how did John interpret water's high as seeing eye? What two things could be true? Okay, next. See, boots on the ground. Eric gets it. He likes mine.
A lot more red. All right, go ahead.
Well, it's called analysis. I know you might not have the depth of that like I do. Okay. So he says, stop just beyond the camper's blaze. Rather than the blaze, camper's blaze. What's a camper's blaze? Fire pit. And didn't John mention that at the Q&A about it's going to be close to a campfire, more close than the locals realize. And then, of course, it stands out, the Thinker's Stone, because everybody's talked about that from day one. And then you look at, and you see the semicolon. The semicolon mattered. He still has one semicolon in there. Does it matter in here? I think it does, especially because he moved it to a different stanza.
What do you think Thinker's Stone means?
Some people think it's the actual Thinker's Stone. I don't know. I haven't been in this long enough to know. I'm first what jumps out, and then I have to digest for a while.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so then this is the part you have the chest. If you didn't work on Forrest Fenn's, guys, you didn't probably know that you have the chest where that line that goes all the way across. That's where you have the chest. And I didn't mention. Go ahead.
Chad Bird with the $50 super chat. Got an email today from a frustrated searcher. I just reminded them, yes, Treasure Quest is in a narrow band, but the land mass is still very large. And I use JCB's Pokemon search area, which is about 35% of Treasure Quest, and it still hasn't been found. But patience will prevail. GLYH. Good luck.
Young heroes. Come on,
Young hero. I should have known that. All right. So stick in there, little camper. Chad Bird says it's out there, and somebody's going to find it.
And
so
at the most, you're going to wait another 14 and a half years.
When's the door going to show up, Chad? Because I might be the one to open it. You don't know. All right. Go ahead.
And Chad, you weren't in here last week or last show. Thank you. We did get the package. They actually lost it at the UPS store.
Oh, yeah.
Said, no, you must discover it. You must find it. And we got it. And thank you very much.
Which is the portal key. And then I also said thank you for the cow UFO thing you sent as well. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to heavy hitting analysis. So we also know that Forrest had the blaze, and he's saying it's a white mark that shows up or shows upon the seat. I actually have a theory that you guys might not know about. I'm going to show that next slide. So put a little pin in that. Remember the word seat and some famous things that were happening, some very popular ideas because Forrest didn't only have TTOTC. He had 2 other books. See, some people do sell 3 books. And when he sold that second book, and that second book had some interesting ties. I'm sure you and your search partner got exactly what I'm talking about, but we'll go over that in a minute. But I still think there's some hints here because he has golden bending stream. And, we have a mirror here. So, and the last stanza, so listen well and hear me all. And he says, hear me all and listen good. So he changed the word, but he also flipped it. I think there's something going on there. Do you flip it? Where you going left, you go right? I don't know. I'm just saying that that's important. And then, of course, your efforts won't be worth the cold. It'll be worth the high. You're not taking drugs, Mike. Put away the drugs. I think you're going higher in elevation.
All right.
Wait. I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
If you can mark warm waters halt. So he did. See how he's looped back? He has now put in the third stanza, cold rivers flow. And then he does reference warm waters halt. Back. See, he's doing a flippy flip. He's doing a roundabout. He's doing something here. It's a wheelie. Okay. And then the last one, of course, it'll take you to the gold. You'll find it the full weight and dry. That stands out to me. Okay. So there's only one other thing. Go to the next slide. And I'm sure everybody knows this. If you guys remember in both Secrets of San Lazaro and Into Far to Walk, both the Forrest books, and San Lazaro's is the one that was most special to him. He said the box can be found exactly, and he doesn't need to worry about things accumulating on it. Well, do you remember that seat? Remember that seat word in the last?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking this could be somehow a reference because this was a pretty famous illustration that was in and talked about a lot. This was like the little girl from India. Everybody thought this is her. But do you like that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could say this is a seat if it's like a porta potty type thing. You know what I mean? Somebody, they dig a hole or whatever. But JCB has said this box is exact and a searcher not worry about accumulation of debris. So he's saying it's not, well, actually the box can't be in that because he said he didn't bury it like Forrest did. Remember?
Right, but what if that's up in a tree or something? Or within a cave?
How would that be within a tree? The box can't be, but okay. Yeah, but he did say it's not in the ground, right? He said that about all the boxes. So this one is not actually valid. I mean, it's not the way he hit it.
The concept. Open your mind.
Yeah, okay. All right. Is that it? Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Maybe.
We'll see. We did 2 different tasks.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Oh, wait. But
wait. There's more. Bonus. Yeah. Okay. So do you guys remember when JCB came into Treasure Warrior? Ben had a Discord way back when he bought the olive jar. Ben Napple, Treasure Warriors.
Who?
Hi, Ben. I just chatted with him the other day. Hi, Ben. Okay.
Right. I haven't seen him in a while. That's all.
Yeah, I hope he pops in. So JCB famously said, I'm the one that bought the pickle jar. And everyone thought it was by mistake. Well, if you guys know your scrapbooks, thank you, Ripper Days.
All right, so hang on. So what you just said is very important, and a lot of people probably don't know the story. A lot of the newer people. So say it one more time. That John went into Discord is actually pretty huge.
Yeah, so John went into Discord. One of the troll people were saying, I bought the olive jar. I bought the olive jar. And John actually said he'd already posted like 3 months before that or 6 months before that, it's getting sold at Heritage, and everyone ignored him. Right. But he came in and said, I bought the pickle jar. And no one believed him because he called it a pickle jar. And we're like, it's not a pickle jar. And he said, oops, this oops thing, I think there's more to it. So he said, well, I'll just show you the receipt. He redacted out his name and he showed from Heritage that he had bought it. And he said he's working on a project and he would be sharing it sometime.
It was like a year and a half before his book ever came out. This was before anybody realized he was doing a treasure hunt. Yeah. Didn't JCB say this was a new hunt and in no way would you need to be a forest hunter? I don't know.
You need to be a Forrest Fenn hunter to have, I think okay, so does that mean you don't think that cold water's flow could help at all in knowing it used to be where warm water's hauled, or the blaze is now the camper's blaze? Right. I think the origin story, you might not need it, but I just like Forrest. John says you don't need anything but the word search and the cryptogram, but the rest of the story gives you Ready Player One and Bitcoin and all that. Okay, so if you guys weren't Forrest Fenn searchers, Forrest put out scrapbooks, I think 251 of them over the years. And these were just fun stories. But, he actually called out the location we knew after the fact. And many people thought he was telling some hints and talking to certain people, which I'm personally one of those. So if you look at scrapbook 113, it shows a picture. And guess what the name of that in the background is, Mike? Pickle. That's it. Its name is Pickle. And Shiloh donated a box of lures to the greatest poker tournament, the World Series of Fenn. Okay, but wait, I'm actually going to show the scrapbook.
Dill is in Dylan. That's pretty funny. Good job, Eric. That's pretty good. Dill pickle. Get it? All right.
Next slide.
Is that it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, next slide. And perhaps this is a coincidence. This is Pickle scrapbook, and I'm just going to put it up for a second so you guys can come and look at it. And Justin said you didn't need super chat from Chad Bird. Justin said you didn't need Forrest Fenn knowledge for BTME, not JCB. However, SC are great places to hear things. SC.
So you say it was Justin that said that about Beyond the Map's Edge, not JCB. Yeah, I think you at least, because John hid his box where he thought Forrest Fenn hid his box. So I think it does help to know a little bit about the thrill of the chase and about Forrest Fenn's poem. But that's just my opinion. SC are great places.
Okay, so next slide.
Okay.
And this is just the rest of the scrapbook. And I just thought it was interesting. Lures, that's what Shiloh, it's all loosey-goosey, but I got to put some loosey-goosey in and not just, act like a computer. I got to be creative and open my mind and be imaginative. Rabbit holes are okay because the mind is better than working like a binary computer.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more literal than I am. I know that's shocking, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think Pickle's got anything to do with this, but I understand you needed to fill your PowerPoint with something, so I get it. All right. Pickle is also an Air Force term. Really? I didn't know that. Okay, Matt, Mr. Goldfinder says, JCB said, you don't need to know Forrest's poem in order to solve this one. You may want to go online and read it to give yourself more context. And that's what I said. It's context. I get it.
All right. Okay. I think that's it. Let's see.
Oh, Super Chats is SC.
Oh,
Super Chats are a great place to hear things, everybody. I downloaded all the Super Chats. You do whatever you were going to do with it?
Oh, I got to give it I have the updated list. I got to give it. Did you email it to me, Mike?
Yeah, I did like a month ago. Cool, Ma. Get on her. You're supposed to send it to you or somebody. So,
I'm sorry he did. I think he sent it to me. It's 50-50. I don't know. Okay.
All right. So this is the first PowerPoint by Cowlazars, who is me, and my new partner. So KPro saying, bring it on. All right. So you guys saw KPro's, a lot of red, A lot of red lines, a lot of talking. We know that's KPro's good for that. So mine's a little bit different, but here's the
Be
difference.
very careful. This may just spill over into date night.
But mine's different. I did not do a PowerPoint on the solution to JCB's poem. I did a PowerPoint only on the comparison between Forrest Fenn's poem and JCB's poem, which is what I thought the task at hand was. So here's what I'm going to do, KPro. I will do a deep dive and do another PowerPoint for Monday's show on how to solve John Collins Black's Forrest Fenn poem. Okay.
Oh, so you need 2 PowerPoints to catch up with my one. Got it.
Yeah, that's right.
You work hard. I work smart. I got it.
Okay. All right, here we go. So here's my PowerPoint, everybody. So the treasure poem comparison, and that's what I just clarified. I only compared them. I didn't go into what could this mean, what could that mean.
So you like set up the math problem, but you didn't give the analysis and the answer. So this is like a half a PowerPoint. I already win. 3D Bronze, if you vote for him, you're big.
All right, she's muted. Okay, Forrest Fenn. You're the one that started this rivalry by calling me a traitor. Treasure poem comparison. Forrest Fenn versus John Collins Black. So the Rocky Mountain hidden treasures, 9 clues each. Both are in the Rocky Mountain. There's 9 clues in each poem. I think there's 9 clues in JCB's poem, but we could do a deep dive on that. One was found in 2020, and there's one still hidden today. And maybe you can find it. So here's the 2 poems side to side. All right. So if anybody didn't know the poem, you could actually go through and read this. I didn't mark it up like KPro did, but that's okay. So here's the comparison, guys. Both have 6 stanzas. Both are 24 lines. Now, obviously, JCB was intentional when he did that, right? I think so.
Yeah, I already said this. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Forrest Fenn says his had 9 clues. We think that JCB's also has 9 clues, which would make sense. What's that?
Why do you think that?
Because he did 6 stanzas and 24 lines, just like Forrest Fenn's. And that's why it would help to read Forrest Fenn's for context. But again, on the next PowerPoint, I'll actually go over what are the 9 clues in JCB's poem. I don't think you did that one on yours. We could do that together if you want to, KPro, because we might have a difference of opinion on what the 9 clues are, just like people did in Forrest Fenn's poem. All right. So one was found. The other one's still hidden.
No, there's not a debate. I have the notes from Cynthia who saw the video, so we're good. I will tell you what Forrest said anyway. Okay, keep going.
What, somebody said they don't believe there were 9?
No, there's a debate over which clues are what.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, there's definitely 9. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, remember the whole math problem, and it was 9 on a telephone, and it was was it WY is on 9? Yeah, for sure. Wyoming, Montana border, which is right there. Yellowstone is right there, pretty close. So I'm thinking probably JCB's is in Wyoming. Now we know it's not in Yellowstone, but probably Wyoming. And we'll go over that next.
What do you guys think of that? Mike has narrowed it down that it's in Wyoming because Forrest was in Wyoming. Do you agree? Does that make it a very strong analysis? Do you agree, my friends?
All right, hang on. So the whole PowerPoint's opinion, honey, just like yours was opinion. So Forrest, the altitude clue, they both have an altitude clue. Forrest Fenn's is worth the cold. JCB's is worth the high, which could mean altitude, that it's up high somewhere. Okay. All right. The key water clue, where warm waters halt, cool water flows. I know that's what KPro had. Home of brown, where once was brown, which once is past tense. It's probably something that was called brown. Right. Forrest Fenn's was current. JCB's is in the past. It's gone. The mysterious blaze of Forrest Fenn's poem, Camper's Blaze, which means near a campsite. But you think it means the actual fire? Is that what you said?
I think there's a fire pit there.
So what I think it's the sign. You know how you have a camping sign and it shows the logo of a fire?
Oh,
I think it's a sign on a tree or on a sign. So you might not actually be turning into the campsite, but you might see the sign that's at the entrance, and that could be the blaze.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, because I've already been scolded of chat, but could it be a sign, like when there's the bear guy, Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
And it has the big, do not start fires here. Could it be that too?
It could. And I guess that would still be that's not a camper's blaze though. A camper's blaze is the fire pit.
That's true. Okay. Right? I like that. I like it. Keep going. I like it.
So the final marker for Forrest Fenn's was look quickly down. Not marker, but it was an action. The blaze was really the final marker, right? So the blaze in JCB's poem is a white mark on a seat. Yeah, we're going to do a deep dive on what his clues mean. A white mark on a seat. And then the tone, Forrest Fenn's cryptic and poetic, and JCB's is more literal. And I think Forrest Fenn's was literal once we knew what it meant, but I think JCB's is just straight up literal, point to point.
See, and Flowery Storm, I agree with you, because there's also where all the golden trout are. There's gold in Colorado.
Okay,
I
so
think if I were to guess, I'm picking Colorado.
You telling me JCB was a Denver searcher with John?
I think he was a huge skier, probably near Vail. Yeah.
All right. Oh, what happened there? Okay. All right. So now we're going to break down each stanza, guys. You ready? Okay. So the starting point, Canyon and Brown, begin at warm waters halt. John, begin at where cool waters flows. Both start at water, as KPro pointed out. So Fenn's was warm, John's is cool. Cold mountain stream, maybe same concept, opposite treasure. Clue 2, take it in the canyon down, follow through the canyon round. Both go into a canyon. Forrest went downhill. John's follows the curves around. Same landmark, different direction. Put in below the home of Brown. This is the most direct parallel between the two poems. Fenn's Brown is a proper noun, which exists now. John's Brown is a past tense, a ghost town, an old cabin, long gone landmark, or something to do with the Boy Scouts, possibly. From there, it's no place for the meek. From here, you are more on your own. And then this is a breakdown of what the possible clues are, if you notice. This is actually a mirror of the clues, okay, if they match up. So from here, you are more on your own. It's kind of another way of saying it's no place for the meek, okay? And both warn that, hey, the easy part's over. Fenn's is more dramatic. Like there's danger ahead, which was crossing the water. We now know that meant crossing the water. John's is a matter of fact. Maybe it means more on your own, no more, less trail signs. You got to know where you're going. What are you looking at, Kate?
I'm going to retire from ever making a PowerPoint. I agree. This is really good. Might do more PowerPoints.
All right. So clue 5, drawing nigh, nearly identical. Almost word for word the same. The fend is the end, meaning the chest is close. John's is a visible path is nearby. Use it as a guide to the spot. So the path is always drawing nigh. The path is always drawing nigh, not the treasure chest. And it also, as we know, nigh can mean left. It could mean take the path that's on the left. Could be a fork in John's poem. Okay. Direction, like, so you really didn't read this over?
I did not. I did not.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had to reformat it because your PowerPoint was like in full font.
I understand. Mr. Chad Bird with a $5 super chat. Home of Brown thread on Dale's website. Someone should search that. It was a lot of talk about Home of Brown in Colorado where you can get high. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, well, the website's gone. So I think all that's gone now, right?
Oh, I guess who has an archive?
Anyway. The comments, I know we have an archive of all the scrapbooks, but the comments underneath, I don't know if anybody saved that. Did they? Yeah?
I don't remember.
All right.
Ken, it's not open. No.
Yeah, all right. But wait, we're not done yet. And at the end, I tell you where it is. No, I don't. Okay. Direction landmark. No paddle up your creek, just heavy loads and water high. Compass points toward the home of point and true and seeing eye. That's like the key to John's poem. Fenn was you walk a creek, which is no paddle up your creek, and you find something heavy with water above, which we know were boulders in a stream. Okay, heavy waters, heavy loads, water high. But John's could be where you take a compass and it's a bearing. Compass points, obviously, toward 3 landmarks: a peak, a point, a notable tree, or a seeing eye formation. Maybe. But yeah, we need to deep dive on these for sure. It's actually fun talking about something other than the word search, isn't it? Because we've just been over the word search so many times.
Okay, that's like you may have a favorite child and me saying, let's stop talking about him because we always talk about him.
All right. Well, what would you rather have more, KPro? The Forrest Fenn olive jar or the Bitcoin in the past and future box?
Don't make me pick me. Don't.
Yeah, you know it's the olive jar. You know you want the olive jar. All right. Okay, so clue 7, the blaze. If you've been wise and found the blaze, and John says stop just beyond the camper's blaze. So if it is a sign, he was saying go beyond it, maybe.
So your blaze in clue 7 is not the final physical marker, which is 9. That's preposterous.
Well, let's see.
Let's see if you agree. Let's see if you agree with your own PowerPoint. I guarantee you don't.
So fire ring, like you said, or a marked post. I happen to think it's more of a marked sign, but I could be wrong. Or could it be a scorched tree? A scorched tree near a campsite. I guess that's a possibility too. Clue 8, look down, your quest to cease. A thinker's stone is all you need. Well, we know that look down was one of the clues for Forrest Fenn. It wasn't look quickly down, your quest to cease, was it?
If you listen to Forrest, yes.
Oh, yeah, because you had to find the blaze.
The blaze, and then you look quickly down, and that's where you pick it up. But your clue 9, what is that? That's factually incorrect.
So a thinker's stone is all you need. Like a rodent's thinker, a flat boulder that you stand or sit on to pinpoint the exact spot. Maybe it's underneath a stone like that, not buried, but it's like tucked inside or a stone thing that you could sit on. A thinker's
like a container.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. All right. But Terry Scant with Marvel Gaze, just shake the chest and go in peace. The spot is set with Marvel Gaze. A white mark shows upon the seat. Wouldn't the white mark be a clue to tell you which one you're at? Wouldn't that be the final?
Right, but the white mark is, in my opinion, if we're paralleling Forrest, you went to the blaze, which was a white marker. You looked down and it was there. You're now saying there's another physical marker other than the blaze. And you may be right. I don't think you're right. I think you and your partner went the wrong way on this one. So do you think the blaze, when you look down, let's just say in the Forrest Fenn poem, you look down, that is not where the chest was? There's an additional marker?
No, but for JCBs, how do you know you're in the right seat? It's the white mark. The white mark is the blaze.
Okay. So let's say there is 15 rocks in a rock quarry.
The one with the white mark
has a marker.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could see that. Okay, you've earned me back a little bit.
I think KPro just conceded, everybody. All right.
No, I'm opening my mind. Oh, wait, there's more, guys.
Yeah, there's more. John's big secret, hidden in stanza 1. I cruise along a road I know and park my car just off to the side. He searched Fenn's area near where I'd search for heavy loads. It was not there, although I tried. So John admits in line 3, he went to the heavy loads in Water High location from the Fenn poem where John thought it was and searched for Fenn's treasure, didn't find it. He liked the spot so much, he hid his own chest there, or at least that begins the journey to find his. Close to where Fenn hunters were already searching, probably, just not in the exact same spot. Focus your search, and because of that, it's possible that he is near where Forrest Fenn's treasure was found. It is a leap. It's definitely a leap, but it's possible. All right. The same zone. Serious. In other words, that most serious hunters knew it was in Wyoming is the point.
Well, so if it's in the same zone, you put it in Yellowstone under your analysis.
Okay. Location analysis. So we know this mirrored. So the theory is that he kind of mirrored Wyoming as far as it being the state. But that's only if you believe, it was. Some people still don't believe it was in Wyoming. North of Santa Fe, near a canyon. JCB's is near a canyon and a cold stream, close to a campsite with a blaze, and look for a white mark on a rock, which is probably a rock. Okay. And I think we're coming up on the end. Same skeleton, new clues, the skeleton of the poem. John deliberately mirrored Fenn's 6 stanza 9 clue structure. It's a tribute, but with his own specific landmarks. So this is a summary. These are the key takeaways, KPro. I didn't see that on yours. Then the temperature flip. Fenn, where warm waters halt. John, cool water flows. Possibly the same water source described from a different angle. Possibly. I don't think there has to be warm waters in the same location, personally.
You just ruled out 3 states with yours. Wow.
Fenn's brown is a current landmark. John's once was brown, so it's something that no longer exists. And this is just takeaways from what we already went over. John is more literal. A campsite blaze, a thinker stone, and a white mark are far more specific than anything Fenn gave us. Fenn just said a blaze, and we had no idea what the heck it meant. John wants you to find it. In other words, John does want you to find it. I think a little bit more than Forrest.
Well, but he just did it different. John dropped his book kind of standalone, and he does maybe once a year an interview. Forrest put out 150 scrapbooks, had weekly words, daily words, surprise words, Dale's word, et cetera, et cetera. Neither are wrong, but they just came up differently.
Right. Okay, battle. Talk it out. Pros and cons of each PowerPoint. And now you want me to do a poll on which PowerPoint.
Okay, wait. Before you do your poll, I want to make my case.
Okay.
Yours didn't consider scrapbooks. Yours didn't consider the semicolon. Yours didn't consider the illustrations. Yours didn't consider you've ruled out entire states for a random reason of Forrest was in Wyoming. So now here's a question for the chat. Would it matter who his partner is that came up with these to me, crazy ideas that 3 states are out based on your guys' analysis? Or does it not matter at all? Because if it doesn't matter at all, we won't tell you who it is. But if it does matter, do you think it matters?
Well, I don't think I don't think you should bring up the scrapbooks because most of the people searching and don't know what scrapbooks were, didn't read them, and don't have access to them now. I don't think John meant we needed to look at the
Don't you think it could have
unintentionally
or
subliminally,
unconsciously affected him?
John, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess that's possible. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, though. I think, to be fair, you should be able to find it just with John's poem. But it is
let me ask you this. You know how we had the 6 types of searchers? Kitchen Sink Kevin all the way to Poem Purist Polly?
Yeah.
Do you think, what type of searcher do you think, this would have been a great question for him? Which kind of searcher do you think he was? Do you think he was a poem purist? Or do you think he was Kitchen Sink?
Yeah, that'd be a good. He wasn't Codebreaker Charlie, I don't think. He might have been researcher Rashida. Maybe he researched a lot before he went.
Right.
And he did say he looked on Google Maps, and that's how he found his location, right? All right. So you want me to start a poll, do you, honey?
Yeah.
All right. Here it is.
I actually want to tell them up front. I think it's going to change everything.
What's that? My PowerPoint?
No, like who your partner is.
Which poll? Which PowerPoint? Which poll?
And you can see equal, but don't say equal. Pick one.
What did you like more? Is that the question? Which PowerPoint did you like more?
I put the question. I typed it out on a PowerPoint.
Which PowerPoint was better? Oh, right there. Okay. And that's subjective because it could be better. The better is different to different people. So, okay.
I know which one Justin Posey would vote for.
Which one?
Mine.
Why is that?
Do you have the poll up? Once the poll is up and people start voting.
KPro, Cowlazars. Those are the only 2 choices, right?
No. Read the slide, my darling.
Oh, equal. Oh, okay, equal. Liked both the same. That means equal. Okay, here we go. There's the poll. Go vote, everybody. Which one did you like better? Or you can vote on you like both the same.
Sammy, go vote.
All right. So why would Justin like yours better? And that's the final slide.
So let's have a little conversation. I'm going to talk about how I built my PowerPoint. I referenced back to scrapbooks. I went to the different blogs. I looked at some of my notes from before. I took out John's book. I did analysis. I thought about it. I went on to Google. I Googled seat. Can you give me some synonyms for seat? Then it takes me that part took me about 3 hours to build that PowerPoint. And I want to make sure there is a little animation and it's big enough and all of that. So I spent probably 8 hours putting this together.
Is that a criteria for this contest?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Well, you rode the bike to get that road shot, so that was pretty cool.
So let's hear your way that you put yours together.
Well, I think I should tell everybody who my partner was, don't you? Because that may sway. It may sway
people.
So I can't tell you who my partner is, but I can give you their initials. Yeah, Florida girl got it. AI is my partner, guys. So I put it all into AI. I've been really getting into AI lately, and I really think AI is going to be the way of the future. But anyway,
literally, he put it in, and in 3 minutes, it popped that out. And my 8 hours, I still think I came up with a little bit more.
And that's what I did. What I told it to do is do a comparison. I didn't go into what do JCB's clues mean. What are JCB's clues? I just said compare these 2 poems, and what I put in was easy, step by step. And I think mine was a little bit more concise that way. I mean, yours was okay, but it had a lot of red.
I don't know if I'll ever do a PowerPoint the way I did it again.
Right. So, AI, I mean, it's pretty slick.
Well, what I think I'm going to do is start with them and then use my knowledge because it has delusions sometimes. Work smarter. Mike worked the smartest. Oh my gosh, you guys suck.
What?
14%.
What's that?
Shame on you. They liked yours the most by a lot. You're just liking Mike. That's just you're being afraid of hate.
I just thought.
You know what?
It's because it's something new. That's all.
Yeah.
And should send
everyone. And then when he gave it to me, I should have left it how it was. When he gave it to me, because AI did it, it was all in 8 font. And I almost left it like that. But then I thought, no, that wouldn't be fair. So I had to reformat because him and AI couldn't figure out how to do that.
I'll have to show you something that's interesting. So
I know AI did help him.
somebody said which AI. Well, I use the AI that Forrest Fenn told me to use, everybody. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but if you look in the scrapbook right here, I use Claude because that's what Forrest Fenn said to do in the Pickle scrapbook. So Claude is the AI that I use. And
okay, so Mike, I also pulled the chat and they said now that you did such a good job, and by a landslide, 14% liked mine and everyone else liked yours. So you are now in charge of a PowerPoint every show.
Oh, is that how it's going to go down?
Or at least every other show. You have to be an equal contributor. Somehow you think this is only your channel. So I think it should be 50-50.
No, it's our show, honey. It might be my channel, but it's our show. Do you understand the difference?
Honey, everything is ours now.
Okay, so
look.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is using AI, I'm going to come up with what are the possibilities of JCB's poem, a breakdown. Because I want to yeah, exactly. Knows. Yeah, I have to show her I am going to set up a Claude bot. KPro thinks I shouldn't, but I am going to figure out a safe way to do it.
If you did this in Justin Posey's hunt, aren't you disqualified?
We're not looking for Justin's hunt. But the other thing is, how does he stop you from getting it? If you really put it out there and AI figures out where it is, you just go take it. So you don't contact them for the rest of it, but you take the treasure. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you're like the new bunny rabbit that just takes off and, AI's fun. I'm the turtle. Slow and steady is going to win the race.
Yeah, Tom, he just said that. Mike's PowerPoint is just a shiny new toy. I predict KPro's PowerPoints will ultimately survive in the long run.
It's not Mike's channel. This is like a thing. This is a thing. Don't pick at this scab.
But it depends what you're trying to use AI for. AI is great for a comparison between the two poems because it has something concrete that it can analyze. If you're like, where is the box? It's not going to be able to figure that out. So that's not what I'm talking about. But what I will do is I'll make another PowerPoint with my partner on the possible clues in JCB's poem. Maybe it'll come up with something that nobody's really looked at yet. Yeah, I know. I've heard about the Mac Mini. There's something called Iron Claw now that I think I'm going to try. But again, I've really got to read up on it. But I am going to get it going. I'm going to have some AI agents working on all 5 boxes, everybody.
We're not buying more stuff. We don't need more stuff.
Yeah, we are. I don't know about the Mac Mini, but I'll have to put a VM in the cloud or something. I understand.
See, Florida girl gets me. They wouldn't have picked that up. AI schmai. Wouldn't have picked that
KPro, your coin overlay on past and future was awesome. All right. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? All right.
Okay.
Chad Bird will pay for it. Chad Bird will pay for it.
No, we donated to Chad Bird, thanking him for, even though he did donate a lot too.
And I give Toby credit because he's been dealing with AI for a while. I just don't know if asking AI the questions that he's been asking is how I would approach it, but that's just me. I mean, everybody can do what they want, but AI is the future, guys. It ain't going away. It's just going to get more and more intrusive and more involved. Since you know what it is, since I heard AI solve the beacon star, I'm like, well, wait a minute. That means AI has evolved. It has gotten smarter. It has gotten better. And that's why Justin has the concern. It's a legitimate concern. So. All right. Okay.
Well, 2 things, just so you guys know. So Mike and I, about 2 weekends ago, we were asked by my daughter, who lives in the dorm, to teach her poker because they were having a big poker tournament, about 75 people, and the winner got free rent for a month, which is like $1,400. It's a big deal. And she came over and we did a tournament. She figured out just how pairs and what pair, 3 of a kind, etc. And long story short, she won it. She destroyed. She killed it. She called me. Everyone was screaming in the background. So good job, Sam Lazars. Why she picked Sam Lazars kind of hurts my feelings, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't seen anything from Randy. That's the problem, Jared. I agree. I do want to know what it is, what was put in, because I want to recreate it. I want to do it myself for sure.
Do you see 3D bronze?
3D bronze. Not sure if anyone's interested, but I just put up JCB's autographed Lion's Share box on eBay. More giveaways coming soon. Wow, that's awesome. Let's hope soon you're giving away Agents and Aliens, for a price. But yeah.
And so every Tuesday, if you guys want to come into poker, she doesn't come and play. But there's about 15, 20 of us that play every Tuesday night. Then we go into our voice chat and we talk and razz each other and all of that. But you have to be on Poker Stars. We have all the information on our channel. And then today, And this will be the last thing. It's personal. So if you guys don't care, drop off now. But today was a big day. Right, Mike?
Today was a big day. Hang on one second. Yes, tell them, KPro. What was today was a big day, and I'm very proud of you, KPro.
So a lot of you think KPro means I think I'm this professional treasure hunter. And no, KPro is because my name's Christy, and I used to be a professor. And professorships take a long time. And when I moved to Vegas, I have been fighting for tenure, meaning dedicating myself day and night and working around the clock, Mike. Mm-hmm. And today I was officially awarded tenure. I am now a professor again.
Professor KPro, everybody. So that's pretty awesome, actually. Now I can retire because KPro is going to work forever. No. So that's great. No. So congratulations.
I'm not signed up yet. Wicked, Gravity Video. I'm not signed up yet, but a bunch of searchers are coming into town and we're going to try to coordinate. So yes, today's a very big day. And I went out and looked for a bottle of the Dom Perignon. Oh my gosh, it's $350. So Mike is taking me out right now to grab some sort of high scale drink.
Oh, a high scale drink. Yeah. Congrats, KPro. All right, let's close down the poll. Oh, by the way, this is the Lion's Share box on eBay, everybody. There it is. Boom. If you want the Lion's Share replica signed by JCB, yes, that is JCB's signature right there.
That's cool.
He got him to sign it, I believe, at the Barnes & Noble bookstore. And yeah, that is pretty awesome. I mean, look at that. It's pretty awesome. So we have a copy. We have ours over there.
Make it a double, Sneaky said. I'm going to get a double drink, and I'm my favorite waiter in the entire valley. He has my father's name. His name is Daryl. We're going to see Daryl.
Okay, and now I am going to close the poll.
And he is going to buy me caviar, and he's going to buy me a new car. Let's see.
Crab cakes. I like crab cakes. There it is, guys. Cowlazars 51%, KPro 14%, and like both the same 35%. So I really think it was just more about me and you and not the PowerPoints, KPro.
Yeah, which, quit hating women. I'm the easygoing one. I just told Mike, you know how patient I am? He actually laughed at me as I was mad saying that. So yeah.
All right. More PowerPoints from AI coming soon. So subscribe to the channel. I think people have done this. This is nothing new, putting this stuff into AI, but I think the way I'm doing it might be a little bit different, but tune in and you guys can decide.
But I think it needs our analysis and our brain power.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just do it and just take the results. Right. You got to really fact check it. You got to,
I'm never giving up Darth. You know what? Darth Vader is the only one. Mike and I did our estate planning and we have our will, everything. Darth Vader is the only one that is a huge every single human in this house wants Darth Vader in the will. And I don't know who to give it to. I mean, Mike gets everything. He's the administrator and all that, but who gets to?
You know what you need to do?
What?
Treasure hunt. Make up some clues and have to find a thing, and whoever finds it, whether it's here in the house or somewhere up in Lake Tahoe. Does that include
you?
What's that?
Does that include you?
Yeah, no. Well, I thought the kids were going to get it, but if you want to include me, you can.
Well, it depends on. No,
I'm serious. Set it up.
We can discuss this over a drink, my friend.
And when they're going over your will, we'd be like, begin it where warm waters halt, and they're all like, "What?" Anyway, okay, yeah. Can I change my vote now that KPro's a professor?
You know, nice. I was sitting there and just thinking in the ceremony, going, "Wow, this is my fourth."
Raffle off Darth Vader next week. Too funny. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That is what we are trying to do is content. I know it's a crazy idea. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that have a lot of good content, everybody. So we're just going to be one of them, and yeah. This spring, I'm going boots on the ground. I'm going to be up there looking at Reno for the box. And yeah, I just think we should maybe play around with the Forrest Fenn poem, JCB's Forrest Fenn poem, because he said all you need is the poem. He said you don't really need the rest of the chapter. It's just there in the poem. Figure out what it means. Hopefully it won't take 10 years like Forrest Fenn's did. All right. Tommy's got it. Good night and great show. Thank you. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys Monday. Congratulations, KPro.
Yeah, let's go get a drink.
Let's go play some slot machines, huh?
There you go.
See you, everybody.